Hey guys, Tony Porter, Tabletop Baseball Digest, and it's 2-0. We're in the bottom of the fifth. It's New York at St. Louis, and Cardinals have a heck of a team. We're playing deep drive baseball, as I said. Remember to like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think about deep drive baseball. Check out, go to Universal Baseball Association Facebook group to see the reviews on several games, tabletop baseball games. Batter right now, I'm using Replay Baseball for my helper, and at the plate is going to be St. Louis Al Jackson, who's got a heck of a card. He was a 260 hitter. He's got a bunch of hits, 34 plate appearances. That's a 13. That's going to be ball four. So Seaver, terrific, walks the opposing pitcher Al Jackson. Next is Lou Brock. Lou Brock, again, a 299 batting average. So it doesn't walk very much. He's got a lot of hits on his card. Pitch. And it's an 82. That'll be off Seaver. Fly ball, left field. Tommy Davis is out and left, and he'll get under it, make the catch. So that's one away now. Big out there for Kurt Flood, a 5 outfielder. Brock is a 3, that's standard, but this is way above average, so Kurt Flood is rated highly defensively in this game. And let's see what happens. I'm not going to hit and run with Kurt Flood. Oh, well, you know what? I could hit and run with Kurt Flood, but not with Jackson. Although Jackson, the pitcher, is rated as fast. So he's not a guy that you shouldn't hit and run with, so let's try it. There he goes, and it's a 19. That's a base on balls. And what's that going to be? Some charts went onto the ground a couple of minutes ago. Choice chart, cutoff chart, hit and run, bunting, hit and run chart. So a ball, base on balls. Ooh boy, this is trouble. Let's see. That's a 0, so ball, lead runner is caught stealing. There he goes, the throw down from Grody, and they got him. Alomar with the tag. So that's going to be a 2. Well, it's Bushek with the tag. So that's 2 outs now, and Kurt Flood is still batting. And the pitch, it's going to be a 65, strike 3, ends the inning. Go to top of the 6th. Mets trail 2-0. Eddie Kranepool leads off with a 32, and that'll be a fly ball right field. Roger Maris is out there. He's also a 5, rated extremely high in right field. The aging Roger Maris. Eddie Charles is playing today, 14. He gets plunked in the ribs. Not complaining right now, but wait till later on. Tommy Davis, decent hit and run guy. And there goes Charles at 29. Will be a fly ball to left. Fly out to left and back to first goes Charles. So 2 out. Charles is on at first. The pitch from Al Jackson, the left-hander. Ron Swoboda with a 19, and that'll be a swing and a miss, and he gets him with the curveball. Mets are retired. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We're playing deep drive baseball. This is the new season, 1967. Been playing this for about a week or so. 72, and that's strike 3. And Kurt Flood is called out on strikes. So Seaver, let's see how many. Seaver's got 5 strikeouts and a walk in this game. Allowed 6 hits, 2 runs. His ERA is at 3.57. Had a rough start, gave up 8 runs in his second start of the season, of the 67 season. All I'm doing is playing all his starts. This is his rookie season. That's a 91 with a 2. It's a slow ground ball to the first baseman, Kranepool, and he'll be there. Step on the bag, backs up a step. And here's Shannon. Where's Shannon? Here's Mike Shannon. So that was Cepeda actually that made that out. And here's Mike Shannon with a 34-9, and that's a fly ball. A couple of steps back goes Bosch in center, and he's under it, squeezes it for out number 3. We go to the top of the 7th. 2-0 Cardinals. Jerry Bouchek, a 236 hitter in that season with a 30. That's a defensive result. Let's see what happens there. Defensive result, we rolled a 51, and that says it's that's going to be the pitcher. And Jackson is a 5, so he'll make a nice play on that. Knocks it down, picks it up, whips it to first in time. They get Bouchek. Slow runner anyway. Grody now, Jerry Grody, batting in the replays, batting 250. In the season, he batted 195. And that's a 60, which will be a ground ball, and that's through the left side. Base hit for Grody. He's an average speed guy with 1 out. And Sandy Alomar, for shortstop at 95 will be an 8, and that's high fly, right field. Maris to his right, Flood comes over, and Maris takes it. And the future franchise, Tom Terrific, with a 32, and that'll be a bouncer to the third baseman, Shannon, who goes to second for the force, and that retires the side. We go to bottom of the seventh inning stretch. Now, it is 1 a.m., so I'm trying to keep it down. Can't make a lot of loud noises here, so I got to be cool, calm, and collected, or I'll get kicked out of the house and I'll be sleeping in the doghouse. Although dogs, they live it up here. This is a 5-star hotel for them. I'll be the one who's out in the doghouse, not them, that's for sure. That's a deep drive. Tim McCarver, by the way, has a home run in this game. He hit 14 home runs that season. 295 hitter, so he had a heck of a season. Played the whole season, almost 140 games. So, and the lefty, he does also have the ballpark. So any ballpark result will be out of the for home run. And that ball is deep drive, way back, right field. That ball's gone. Second home run of the day for Tim McCarver as he rounds the bases. Very nonchalant with very, very little emotion. Very cool, calm, and collected. Very unlike players today. Julian Javier now. It's 3-0 Cardinals. Nobody out here. Javier, not much of a fielder, not much of a hitter either on his card. He's a 1. That's almost as low as you can get. A 38 will be an out. I didn't roll this one, and that'll be a tapper right back to the mound. Seaver. 1 away. Here's Dal Maxfield. Pretty good shortstop at a 4. That's above average. The average is like a 3. Below average is a 1 or a 2. And he was a 227 hitter in 1967. They were 101 and 60. They won they were the champions, first place NL. 0-8, and that'll be a ground ball left side and through the hole for a base hit single. So Maxwell is on. What kind of a base stealer is he? He's none at all. It has 0 stolen bases. All right, Al Jackson with 1 out. We're going to get him to bunt, and that will be a 13. Ooh, that's going to be asked him to bunt. Where's the darn bunt chart? There it is. Okay, and that's a base on balls. Ball, runner holds. Okay, let's try it again. And a 75, which will be a defensive result. So defensive result on a bunt. Reading off the batter card, no. Reading off the pitcher card, tough play. Roll 1 die, subtract 4. Roll 1 die, subtract 4. That's a 1. So roll 1 die, subtract 1. If total is less than or equal to the fielder's rating, they field it cleanly for a sacrifice hit. The fielder is a 6. The first baseman, Crankpool's a 3. And it said if the total is less than or equal to the fielder's rating, they field it cleanly for a sacrifice hit. So it's going to be a 3. 3 unassisted for a successful bunt. And let's just double check that Crankpool. Yeah, he is a 3. I could try to memorize the players' abilities, especially on the team that I'm playing, so it goes a little bit quicker. And I make note of their players. I just really try to memorize the guys who are either above average or below average, and then the other ones I know are all average. So it's easier. You only have to remember like 3 players usually, and usually it stands out because you don't see a lot of 5s. But today they got a couple of fives in the outfield, which is pretty impressive. Flood and Maris are rated fives. That's as high as you can rate them. So here's Lou Brock. Lou Brock batted .299, 52 stolen bases. Already stole one in this game, but he also hit 21 home runs. Holy smokes. Pitch from Seaver, and that's a 69. Strike three, and that retires the side. Blows a fastball by Brock, and Brock had no chance against Terrific's fastball. All right, it's going to be Bosch leading off here in the top of the 8th inning, 3-0. It's 3-8-0 for the hometown Cardinals. We are at Busch Stadium, 1967. Where were you? And it's 0-3-0 for the Mets. Here's Bosch, and that's a 0-9, which will be a check swing, and they ring him up. He goes down on strikes. Steady Eddie Kranepool, 269 hitter with 10 home runs. Played the whole season, 141 games. It's 16, and that's a defensive result. Defensive result is that looks like a 69, and a 69 will be, if the third baseman is at least a 3, he'll make the play. Otherwise, it's by him. So this is a range play for Shannon. And Shannon, I haven't looked at, by the way. He's a 1. That's by him. No chance for Shannon. Base hit for Kranepool. Ed Charles now. Ed Charles batted .240. Played most of the season. The 2/3 of the season with 120 games. 440 plate appearances. Only 3 home runs. 5 stolen bases. Decent third baseman at a 3. Not great. And has a good stolen base percentage. Here is Ed Charles against Al Jackson. Oh, Al Jackson may be tired already, by the way. I think he is tired. Oh, he has a... Well, I suspend all the ratings when guys are pitching a shutout. So I let them go until I feel they've gone long enough. So he did have 107 innings pitched, so he shouldn't go complete game. If there's another guy gets on base, I will pull Jackson. So Ed Charles is up. Here's a pitch. Only 1 out for the Mets. Ooh, that's a 50. That's a deep drive off the bat of Charles. He will not have the ballpark. He will roll off that deep drive chart. So he gets a hold of one and drives it in the gap in a 55. And that's nobody's going to get that. It's going to be one hop off the wall. And Kranepool is going to pull up at third base. And next up is Tommy Davis and Al Jackson versus Tommy Davis, and it looks like the manager's coming out. I wish they'd have the managers on the cards. They don't have the managers on the cards. That's one thing I'd like to see. All right, it would be easy to add the manager like right there. Nice card, nice clean, crisp, easy to read, nice large font. Anybody who likes APA, this is an advanced version of APA. Really is what it is, with the really nice, easy to read, uncluttered cards. All right, so we're gonna go to the bullpen here. Al Jackson did not have a lot of innings pitched. Didn't even pitch that well overall, but he's pitching outstanding here, pitching a shutout. And we're gonna go with the closer, a guy named Horner. I think it's Joe Horner. So let's look at Joe Horner. Here he is. He's coming in. And he's going to be facing Tommy Davis. And here, second and third. So at the plate, you got the tying run. So a home run here would tie the game for the Mets. And that's going to be a 95, which will be a 5. And that's a ground ball to third. And Shannon is going to go over to first. Scoring is Kranepool. He was playing back. So it's going to be 5-3. Runner on second will hold. Runner at third will score. So it's going to be 3-1. And Swoboda also has a little bit of power. Hit 13 home runs. Horner gets the sign from McGarver. He's ready to pitch. And that's an 82 with a 9. And a 9 is a fly ball left field. Brock over under it. And that retires the side. Mets pick up a run. It's a 3-1 ball game. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Seaver's still in there. And Seaver pitched 250 innings, 2.76 ERA with a 16-13 record for a team that lost over 100 games. That tells you a lot. Here's Kurt Flood. heck of a hitter in 67, by the way. 335 average, 37. And that'll be in the out range with a slow ground ball to second base. Bushek charges, bare hands, fires to first base and gets them by half a step. Flood was hustling. So that'll be a 4-3 putout. And here's Roger Maris. Maris hit 9 home runs. Really a drop in power for Maris. He is on his last legs here. At age 32, I visualize him as being like 38 or 39 by this point, because he doesn't play into the 70s. I think his last year is 67 or 68, I believe. So Tom Seaver is facing Roger Maris with a 70, and that'll be a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. Seaver with the curveball. And Orlando Cepeda, 325 hitter, 94, and that'll be a fly ball right field. Swoboda towards the line on the run and tracks it down. All right, last licks for the Mets. 3-1 ball game. 3-8-0 for the Cardinals. 1-5-0 for the Mets. It's going to be Bushek leading off. Bushek today. How's he doing today? Bushek is 1 for 3 today. And you got Grody 1 for 3, and then we'll pinch hit for Alomar and the pitcher. All right, so it's going to be Joe Horner against Bushek. Here's the pitch, and that's a 64, which will be strike 3. Got him. Goes down on strikes. Jerry Grody's next. And the 33 with a 4, a slow ground ball to the second baseman, who charges it, picks it up, and over to first. For out number 2, we're going to call on a pinch hitter here. He's going to be a right-hander. It'll be a guy named Johnson. I think that's a Bob Johnson, right? Bob Johnson. Pretty good second baseman, by the way. And he will be batting here for Sandy Alomar. Here's the pitch, and a 34 and a 2, which is a hard hit ball right back to Horner. He feels it over to first, and that's the ball game. Mets lose it, and so does Seaver. He's 1-3 now on the season. The Mets lose it 3-1. I'll go over the box score with you real quick. Mets picked up 5 hits. Seaver, let's talk about Seaver. Seaver went 8 innings, complete game, 8 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, allowed 2 home runs, both to Tim McCarver. Faced only 31 batters, and his ERA is 3.56. In reality, I believe it was 3.25, so he's a little bit above. But the Cardinals are a pretty good team, so he did a good job against the Cardinals, giving up only 3 runs against the Cards, who are the championship team. So let's take a quick peek at who he will be facing next. Let's see if we can. So I automatically play all the games until I get to his next start. I was going to play some New York Yankee games, but I decided against it. Haven't played any yet. I may change my mind. Who knows? So we're going to auto-play the next Mets game and go here to... Had somebody at work coughing all over me the other day. And let's see... We're almost there. It's his next start. Let's see what it is. I'm automatically playing all the games for the league between starts. That's how I do it, using the helper. Autoplay that game. There he is. He's going to be facing Atlanta. So I actually printed out Atlanta. I have them ready, so that's a good thing. And he will be facing a guy named Bruce on Atlanta. So that's the next start. So tune in, like and subscribe my channel, and tune in so you can follow along and see how Seaver does. See how close this game can reproduce Seaver stats. And like in every video I do talk about the games, and I do talk about my approach to the games and how I interpret the rules and what my strategies are, and that sort of thing. So I think there's an element of reflection and during my broadcast. So anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Join the Deep Drive Facebook group. Um, Join the Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. If you like the other games that we play, Field Day Baseball, you can join Field Day Baseball group. You can join Fall Classic Baseball group. You can join Sports Illustrated Baseball group. Um, and Back to Basics Baseball group. And several other baseball groups, which I can't remember them all right now. I got to get a list. All right. All right, guys. Take care. Be good.